There was another snake in my house, so I guess it's time for a new Let's Play. I just finished making a new update video where I explain what I want to do in the future with this channel. There were some things that I removed there and I decided, hey, let me create a Let's Play and talk about some of those things. Yeah, I decided let's jam some PixelJunk Eden since I just have a little bit of time. And let's have some fun. The first time I played PixelJunk Eden was on the PlayStation 3. It was at a friend's house and I loved the game, so I got it myself. And when I saw there was a PixelJunk Eden 2, I knew I had to get it. I have to say I like number 1 a bit more. There's just some things like the hub menu that I enjoy more, where in the hub menu you have to go to different plants to go to different stages, where in PixelJunk Eden 2 they just give you a list of random stages that you can complete. So I don't know if they are random, but they just give you a list of stages instead of you going to different plants to get to different stages. If you're not familiar with the game, you're a little Grimp and you need to swing around from plant to plant, collect pollen, and then try and get to the spectra. The spectra will glow every few seconds. You can swing around on a piece of string, but the string breaks after a few seconds. You can collect anything that the string touches. And if you get combos, you might even get bonus boosts in your time. You've got a set time limit. If your time runs out, then too bad. So your mission is to get to the spectra. You collect pollen to unlock new paths. Here we've got a path to unlock, although I don't believe it helps us to get into the direction of the spectra. But let's get it anyway. Oh, you've also got an air jump where you can change direction mid-air. There's some time. These little things are time that you can collect. Okay, there we go. You see that wave? That shows us which direction the spectra is in. You can only travel a bit at a time. If you travel too far, you go out of bounds and then you have to respawn and try again. So it's not like I can just go directly there. I need to find a path there. Down here I can see there is some time and some places to land. So let's get this. Last night when I was playing, I tried the stage about 4 or 5 times and kept running out of time. Let's see if I can get it this time without accidentally running out of time. Ooh, there's a checkpoint. If we get the checkpoint, then we get our time resets, I believe. There we go. We're still a bit further away from the spectra. I thought we were already there, but apparently not. Come on, show me the light. See, there I fell. Okay, so I believe this spinning part is where the spectra is hiding. Maybe. Let's see if there's any branches to open. Yep, there we go. Grab some time while we're at it. Sometimes you're gonna need to back in again and try and spin again. Hopefully some of them head your way. Sometimes you're gonna need to make a jump and get them that way. But when you're gonna need to collect enough pollen to fill up that path. And then we're also gonna need to collect more to unlock the spectra. 2022 was quite a crappy year. A lot of things, a lot of challenges, such as my son starting online schooling. Due to the area we live, there's not many choices and we decided to go the online school path with him. And it was quite challenging. We managed. At first we panicked a lot. I think we panicked more than he did, when we weren't sure what to do or how to get to his classes. But as the year went on, we got more relaxed and got into the flow of things, how things work. And yeah, it was quite challenging, but as I said, we managed to overcome it without a problem. And it was much easier in the end than we imagined. Not that the school is easy, just the whole process. We were really panicking, not knowing how to submit stuff, how to get into the system, how to get into classes. And they've got a set schedule, so they have to get to classes every day at a set time. So yeah, other than that, we had to deal with the loss of a important member of our family. I know, not cool. Yeah, you learn to deal with it day by day. Never really gets easier, you just learn to adapt. And there we go, we can get the Spectra with just 23 seconds left. And there we've got it. Finally. So yeah. Furthermore, lockdown ended, things opened up, which was awesome. And literally a month after lockdown ended, my whole family got Verona. And yeah, we got quite sick. My son got quite sick. My brother-in-law got most sick. My wife got a bit more sick. I was the best off. Don't know why, but yeah, I did the best between all of them, even though none of us were really symptom-free. All of us were having a tough time. And literally not a month or two after that, I got a nasty nasal infection. It was around June. And luckily no one noticed, right? Yeah. So had to deal with that. It's still giving me some issues, but it's gotten a lot better. And what else happened? Oh, my son's cousin also moved in. Is now staying with us, also doing the online school thing. And that was also quite a challenge, because now it's 2 kids you need to accommodate. Both of them have their own likes and needs and what things they like to do, so you have to find a way to get both of them to get the attention they need and the help they need in the areas. I mean, the one is a lot stronger with things like math, while the other one is a lot stronger with things like words. So I have no idea what's going on. Oh yeah, okay, now I see. Let's get a bunch of them. We need to collect enough pollen. Our string's gonna break soon. There we go. So yeah, now we've got 2 kids in the house most of the time, especially during the week. And we've had to adapt our parenting methods, where you had to only satisfy one person. You now need to find a way to make sure that both of them get what they need. And they're quite different, even in the gaming choices. One's happy playing Minecraft the whole time. The other one only wanted to play Fortnite. Yeah, what's next? Oh, we've had a lot of power outages in our area this year. It's mainly due to like farms and businesses not keeping their power lines clean. And then whenever there's wind or rain or a storm, speaking about rain, we've got beautiful rain going on right now and power stable, which I'm glad for. Yeah, whenever there's like winds and stuff, power would just cut off. And it would be trees or branches cutting the line, and we would not know how long we would sit without any power. Electricity, my wife said I must call it electricity, not power. So yeah, we never know when it's gonna happen, but it's always a schlep to deal with. Oh, come on. You can't swing from certain spots. That's why I can't get into that angle. You have to jump from both spots. Okay, let's... And like I mentioned in the update video the other day, we had a monkey touch our lines. And the power just dropped, and there we were without power again until they could isolate the problem, which was where we told them it was, but they first have to go looking through all the farms, and a lot of times they don't get access to the businesses and farms, and then it takes them twice as long to get to the problem. And there we ran out of time. So we're busy in talks with the power company to see what we can do to lessen this problem, because it's really getting out of hand. But we love where we stay, we don't want to move. It's got a nice big open space for our children to play, whatever. Let me just add whatever those 3 things are. And yeah, we love it here, so we don't want to move. There we go. Beautiful. Let's get him. Or maybe we can even... Does this open up? No. Oh, wait. There we go. Let's get the time so we don't run out and head out. So where was I? Yeah, monkey touching our power lines. We've got quite a lot of monkeys around here. Always sets our dogs off. And they always do it in the earliest times in the morning when you're trying to get just that little bit of sleep, because you weren't able to sleep through the night, because then there was a porcupine bothering the dog. Is this the right way even? Oh, yeah, here it is. And there's even some extra time, so now we just need to collect enough pollen. This was much easier this time around. Should still keep our eyes on the time, though. And there we go. Close. Let's go. So the only second-hand gaming shop in town closed down. We're still learning to live with that fact. It wasn't a shop dedicated to selling second-hand games. It was just a game that sold second-hand items in general. So whoever in the town finished the game, they would sell it there and the next person would pick it up probably. So that shop closed down. I picked up my God of War copy there for about $10. No, even less than that. It was about $5. So yeah, that was a sad thing that I had to deal with this year. Just imagine your favorite second-hand game, well, rather the only second-hand game store in your town closes down. And on top of that, more of my Joy-Cons broke. It's the one thing about the Nintendo Switch which wasn't good from the start, and it doesn't age well with the system. And it's the one bad thing it's going to be remembered for, is the fact that you couldn't just have a good working Joy-Con for more than a year. I'm going to attempt a repair video. 2 of my Joy-Cons literally ripped out of the side, so I'm going to attempt to repair those. My Joy-Cons that I'm using currently, the L3 button doesn't work, so I have to keep mapping it to whatever useless other button there is, so that I can run in games. I'm currently in Pokemon Scarlet. I'm using it for, I'm using the L2 button for sprinting, which is the lock-on button, which I don't use it in my gameplay or play style. So I run into that Pokemon, or I avoid it, or I just use the Let's Go feature, which I really like. I think that's a good addition to the Pokemon game, and would like to see that added to the next Legends game as well. In the new game, it's the one thing that I think works nicely, especially if they want to streamline the whole thing. If we're going to get a streamlined game anyway, why not make it a fun one? And I'm not so sure how well that feature actually works with Scarlet. It would have worked better with a game like Arceus. Arceus? I said Arceus. And yeah, I would really like to see where they go with it in the future. I was hoping we would be getting another Let's Go game of the second generation games. I know it's not the best type of game, but as an entry-level game, it's really nice. It's the type of game I would recommend to my son and his cousin. And I think it's simple enough and enjoyable enough for them to have a good Pokemon experience. My son doesn't like the battling that much, which is why I think in Scarlet he would actually like the Let's Go feature, as it would basically allow him to... Oh, so now there's more portals. Let's see where we can go. So yeah, I think he would actually like the Let's Go feature, because it would allow him to do some battles without actually having to fight the battles. As I said, he likes a lot of the features, and even in Arceus he likes the fact that he can just catch a Pokemon and doesn't have to stress that much about fighting, because he's still young. He wants to just play a game and feel powerful and feel good about the game, which is why he likes Fortnite so much. There's so many noobs on that game, so if you're playing Fortnite and you lose, just remember, it's probably a 10-year-old playing against you. You'll never be able to match their skill level, because you probably have a job. I hope. And they'd have nothing better to do than to make your old ass feel older. I have no idea what's going on. Let's hope this is where the Spectra is hiding. No. We just opened a pathway. Yay. Oh yeah, the Spectra was open last time, I remember now. Navigation can be quite difficult, but it's part of the charm of the game. Get some extra time. Okay, so what do they want from me now? I did that, and now I'm just stuck here, I guess. Wrong path. Is that what's happening here? I guess so. Okay, that was fun. A good time waster, like a bonus mini game. But yeah, controllers in general, I don't know, maybe I just didn't notice it that much back in the day. This has to be the path, because if they make me go all the way back there, I would hate it. Come on. Where's the special whatever I'm looking for? I guess there's no path here. That was literally a waste of time. And now they're expecting me to climb back up this terrible... If I... Maybe something happened here. No. Beautiful. So yeah, controllers in general are just crappy and the prices are going up so much. I mean, both of my PlayStation 4 controllers are broken in some way. The one doesn't want to look the one direction. Well, it looks in that direction, but really slowly. And the other one's L2 button doesn't work. And then battery times also suck. And I bought another with... Okay, it's not around here. I got another controller that I bought. It wasn't a on-brand Switch controller, but it was just a normal Switch controller. And it worked beautifully until I plugged it into the Switch dock to charge, and something happened and it started vibrating, and I unplugged it, and now it doesn't work anymore. It doesn't want to charge. I took a battery out of my PlayStation 3 because it's got the same connection ports, connected it to the remote. The remote works that way, but it won't charge. So there's probably something blown there. I'm still gonna see if I can repair it in some way. Maybe even create a video. So yeah, apart from those things, the only game shop in my area closed that sold new games and items. And let's just get into another stage, okay? Let's see, extra time. They increase swing time. And let's do that. See if we can get through this stage this time. So yeah, as it was closing down, I got some nice deals. That's where I got the Monster Hunter World, and I also got Infamous Second Son. I haven't played it yet, so I'm looking forward to playing that. As a matter of fact, I haven't played many PlayStation 4 games yet. Oh, come on. And it's mainly been due to the broken remotes. My wife's been using the PlayStation 4 to watch Netflix on, and even now she doesn't do that anymore because there's nothing to watch on Netflix. We watched Friends like 3 times or 4 times, and then we were like, okay, we can no longer watch Friends this much, so we don't watch Netflix at the moment. We enjoyed 1 or 2 shows recently, but in general, yeah. Are they trying to... I don't know what's happening. we're gonna run out of time again. Maybe I should just try a different path. Okay. This is seeming to be a waste of time. Let's try something different. Oh, so yeah, while the store was closing down, I got like a really cheap off-brand PlayStation 4 controller, so I'm hoping to get into a few PlayStation 4 games, and I'm interested to test how much the controller can do. It's a wired controller, so I'm going to have to deal with the sound of a spaceship taking off next to me the whole time, but we can do that, can't we? Okay, checkpoint. Let's see if this takes us anywhere helpful. Okay, so we need to collect some pollen. Come to me, flowers. Hey, we might actually make it somewhere. Pull in. Let's go. Just a bit more. The bigger your combo builds up, the more pollen you get, and sometimes you unlock pieces of time. So, oh, yeah, the controller I got was like a headphone controller combo. So you can imagine how much trust I have in it. What's happening here? Oh, we're back over here. Wonderful, so we went in a circle. Maybe we open up part for part, and then in the end all of it will make sense. If I get this branch now and it opens up the pathway, I'm gonna be so... Okay, what do I have next? This is a wonderful game. I really, really love it. The developers did such a great job of it. It's so much better than the old one. Oh. So, let's get into December. December was quite a tough month. A lot of things happened. It was really just a perfect way to end off the year. So, what happened in December? Okay, just get these things. Start off, I got a abscess, my tooth, so that was wonderful. Had to deal with intense pain for a few weeks, because at first they're like, no, we'll wait, it's just a bit of toothache, you get a bit of stuff, you wait, nothing happens, it gets worse, and then when you finally decide, okay, now I need to see or call a dentist, they're like, okay, come see me next week. I dealt with that, that's over, and literally just a few days after that, we went to pick up my son's friend to visit. My son's cousin was away for the holiday, so we went to pick up my son's friend to come visit. Picked up my son's friend, went to pick him up, and everything was great. And on the way home, I started noticing my son got really quiet. Like, his friend would be enthusiastic about something, and my son just started getting quiet, and friends was like enthusiastic about things, and my son didn't really answer, which is not usually like him. we thought, no, maybe he's just feeling a bit sick or down, something like that. We get home, him and his friends start playing, and all of a sudden he's lying on the floor in massive pain. We rush, take the friend home. We take him to the local, what do you call it? It's like basically a clinic, because going to the hospital takes hours, especially during this time of year. We actually need to drive to the next town to get to a hospital. So that's quite fun, but we go to our local clinic. The nurse isn't very happy with stuff, but she gives him some antibiotics and whatever else for pain. And we head home, but we closely monitor him the whole night. I get about 2 hours of sleep in, then my wife woke me up, and because she couldn't stay awake anymore, so she went to sleep, and she got about 2 hours of sleep. Then my son started feeling a lot of pain again. It was about 4 o'clock in the morning. We rushed to the hospital, and there's like one doctor on call. There's no one there at the moment. There's like one doctor on call, but he's not there. He needs to be called in. So we get the stuff, and really the service is, let's not go there. So we get things sorted out a bit. We wait for the doctor. My son starts feeling a little bit better after the pain medicine. The doctor comes there. He's like, yeah, it's a problem with his appendix. Like, ooh. It's like, yeah, here, take some medicine, paracetamol medicine, which is like a mild painkiller. And he had the injection, so we should come back in a few days, in about 3 days, and he'll do another checkup. Great. So we got the stuff, went home, closely monitored him. He wasn't getting much better. He was doing a little bit. He was staying in bed the whole time, but obviously still a lot of discomfort. So for those 3 nights, my wife and I didn't really get much sleep, because we kept closely monitoring him. Whenever he needs help or something, we were there, because the appendix is not something you joke with, which we found out later. So we went back to the hospital for his checkup. They say, no, it's busy season. We should come back in, what was it, about a week. And then the doctor then they'll do x-rays, because the x-ray people were apparently not there that day, because it was a public holiday. Yeah. And well, we should come back on the Monday. So we head home on the Monday morning. We were up like at 5 or 6, ready to go. Everyone in the car. Oh boy, I need to start looking at the time. In the car, ready to head out. And as we drive out, there's a fallen tree in our driveway. So my wife and I jump out and we start clearing up this tree. We ended up going to the hospital covered in mud, because what the heck are we supposed to do? Ooh. If we can open up this area, we can unlock that Grimp. So yeah, that was a fun experience. We get to the hospital and the doctor's like, yeah, we should not have waited. We should have gotten this kid into surgery right away. but they told us we should just go home and relax and take it easy and monitor. So they try and find out which doctor was the one who attended us, and they can't really make out which one it was. So that was a whole fun thing to deal with. My son got better, and come on. Oh, out of time. Wasn't paying attention to time, and time's up now. So let's see what else I can do. So yeah, we went to the hospital. We were there like about 4 or 5 times in total with him during December. Then during this whole thing happening with my son, there's a power outage in our area, and we sit without power for 4 whole days. So while he's feeling sick and he's sweating and just not feeling great in general, and we stressed out, we don't really get much sleep. We don't have power, so we can't even entertain the kid with videos or something. He's lying in bed, he can't run around. He's an active kid, he loves to play outside, ride his bike. So we find a way. At least I've got a bunch of handout consoles, so we managed to find some ways to entertain him from time to time, but they can only go so far before they also need to be charged. My wife would charge some stuff at work for us, and sometimes we decided we got the generator a short while ago, so some days we would run the generator just to charge the things, and then rest of the day no power. And of course, I bought my Christmas roast around this time, and sitting 3 days without power makes your freezer defrost, and my Christmas roast defrosted, and I had to end up cooking my Christmas roast early, which was a nice meal, but it was my Christmas roast. It wasn't supposed to just be another meal. I make a really good Christmas roast. It's something I do every year. I do that, and I also do a butternut with cinnamon sugar. Which I've cooked. The first year I met my wife, I cooked that, and every year since, she's wanted me to cook the butternut. She never eats butternut and stuff like that usually, but somehow she likes my Christmas butternut. So yeah, that's some advice for you guys out there looking to find a wife. Learn to cook a good butternut. The better you are with nuts, the better girls like you. And then, also, while we went to the clinic with my son when he was feeling horrible, my wife was busy paying and getting the medicine inside, and I decided to take him to the car because he was just feeling horrible, and I just wanted him to be able to lie down. And when we get back to the car, we have a flat tire. So I changed the tire, put on the spare. Don't really have time to, and it was quite late, so the tire place was closed in our area. But didn't really have much time to get that sorted. Put on the spare with the idea that, okay, tomorrow when things are, or the next day when things are a bit more calm, I can go and sort out the tire and we should be fine. And we go and pick something up. We stop at a gas station, we fill up the tire that got flat. We go and pick something up, and as we leave the place where we picked up something that was from our wife's business, as we left there, the tire, we've realized the spare tire we put on was flat as well. So there I changed the tire again, And then for the next few days we were quite busy in and out the hospital the whole time, so I didn't have time to go change the tire, so we had to keep driving around 60 k's an hour the whole time wherever we went, and we had to keep filling up the tire at petrol stations every time we went either way. Luckily I managed to get the tires fixed a few days later. But yeah, that was something else to deal with. I don't even know which direction the Spectra's in. There we go. Okay, it seems we're gonna need to collect pollen to unlock something. Yeah, out of time. So that's something we had to deal with. Then, yeah, over those few days or that week or two, we had a lack of sleep, so energy levels were down, morale was down, and there was just a lot of delays, especially with the videos. I mean, the video about the co-op games was supposed to go up in the beginning of December, and I only managed to finish it at the end of December. At some point I had to decide, like, okay, I'm just going to create the extra ideas that I had, because they would take about a few hours to finish, where as the other main videos take a bit longer, because I have to finish a script, I have to make sure that everything's ready. I usually rewrite the script about twice. This looks like a handy thing, and there we go. Let's try this. Yeah, so there's a lot of delays. I mean, our Christmas decorations only went up 2 days or 3 days before Christmas. That's how our life went in December. I mean, that's a tragedy. Usually in our house, it's up on the 1st of December already, and my wife really loves getting into the Christmas spirit. This year we were just... there was a lot of challenges and spirits were down. We usually, at the end of the year, we have a Christmas dinner where we invite mostly our single friends or people in our area that doesn't have family, because that's how my wife and I kind of got together. We were working together, but that's where that's where I gave her the butternut. And yeah, we usually, that's tradition, we do once a year. We invite a bunch of different people in the area who doesn't have the other family to go to for Christmas, and we all just celebrate Christmas together. This year we decided to do it the day before Christmas, on Christmas Eve, because on Christmas we were tired. We just didn't want to do anything on Christmas, just wanted to relax and have leftovers for Christmas. That's why we even made extra food, to know that we don't have to do anything that day. And as things go, power went off on Christmas Eve while I was busy cooking the new roast for Christmas Eve, and my roast got kind of ruined. It was much drier than it was supposed to be, because I had to cook it in a gas stove that doesn't seal properly, as opposed to our electric stove, because the electricity was gone. Wonderful. So there, my Christmas roast was ruined for a second time. Oh, I forgot I can jump a second time. Okay, need to find a new pathway, maybe. Oh, there's some time. Let's try going higher. Ooh. Yes! Nice. Checkpoint, so our time reset. Now we might have a chance to... And that helps me in which way? Oh, come on. Come on. Let's go try and save that Grimp. Oh. Here's another checkpoint. Good. Time reset. So I'm guessing the Spectra is up there. Now we're gonna need to collect enough pollen. There's the Spectra. Now we're just gonna need to collect a shit ton of pollen, and then we should be good to go. Okay. There we go. Because we're gonna need to unlock all of these things probably before the Spectra starts filling up, unless we can get a bit closer. And go. Nice combo. And level complete. Good job. So what's next? Oh, then for Christmas, my son got some bath slime. And yeah, my wife and him were busy playing with it. He was in the bath, she was sitting with him playing, and I was busy editing a video. The one about the co-op games. And my wife is done and she starts to wash her hands, and then the bathroom basin attacked her and it cut open her foot. She had to get, I think, 9 stitches, and yeah, there was a lot of blood everywhere. We had to rush to the hospital with our car with a broken wheel because we couldn't get it repaired until after Christmas because the place was closed for the holiday season. Nice living in a small town. So we had to spend about 6 hours of Christmas in the hospital. Today we wanted to just spend and do nothing. Okay, what's that? Did I accidentally choose this level now? Okay, there we go. Yeah, we spent about 6 hours. I mean, it was 45 minutes drive there, 45 minutes back, and then the rest of the time in the hospital. I like this one. And let's go with this. So that was a wonderful Christmas experience. My wife's still busy recovering. She's walking with a moon boot at the moment, but yeah, the wound's only healing now. It was quite a deep wound. Not nice to look at. Unfortunately, there's no artist's rendition of what happened, but yeah. Then, after this happens, we just back home and getting used to my wife not being able to walk and go to work, because in her work she needs to walk quite a lot. And she was not able to be there during the busy season, which was the nice season. And a lot of tourists in the area around that time. And then my son started having these small dots, and we found out he picked up measles. Apparently there's a measles outbreak. And a few people in our area has already also gotten it. So hooray. On top of the whole appendicitis thing, we have that to deal with as well. So that was another few days that he had to spend in a dark room. And that's, for him, that's, I mean, he loves going outside. He would play games, but then at some point he would switch off and he would be like, yeah, no, I'm just going to go play outside. So that's something that happened. Then after that, I've already spoken about the monkey that touched the power lines just as the new year was beginning. We believe he was looking for bird eggs because there was a nest there what was also kind of destroyed. And a lot of people have mentioned that monkeys do go steal stuff like bird eggs. So it was probably just looking for some food. And then it got some toast. Oh, come on. Land. There we go. Which direction am I supposed to head in? There we go. So my wife is busy recovering. It's going a lot better now than it was. But there's still a long way before she's going to have complete function over her foot again. That was quite a bad cut. The thing like broke and fell straight on her foot. Oh, and the day she got her stitches removed, she goes to the room to lie on the bed and she accidentally drops her phone on her foot. Where the thing starts bleeding again, we rush to a nearby doctor and check things out. Things were okay. It was just a bit of damage. The wound opened a little bit again. So it was just in general a very tiring end of the year, which just felt like it went with the rest of the year's theme, just in overdrive for a month. We're gonna run out of time. Oh, checkpoint. We're busy climbing higher, but I'm not quite sure up to what point we're gonna climb higher before we need to head sideways. See, because we already higher than the spectrum. Here we go. Let's see if we can get closer to the spectrum before we start collecting pollen. Probably close by now. Now we just need to collect enough. Let's see, and just as we get out of there, there's a bunch of pollen there. Okay, we're almost at the end. What else did I have on the list? Oh, yeah, let's get to the juicy part. The reason why all of you are here and you've been holding on to the edge of your seat. There was another snake in my house. So, I think it was about 2 days ago. My brother-in-law's visiting. And he's like, hey, there's a snake. And first we think like, nah, he's joking. And lo and behold, there's a snake at our front door. Well, technically our back door. Our house is built in a way where our front door is like our back door. So you enter in the kitchen if you enter through the front area, but the real front door is, this house is built weird. I want to, of course, follow my natural instinct and get rid of the snake. And he's like, no, we can't do that. We need to save the snake. And I'm like, okay. We'll chase the snake out. It was quite a warm day, so I believe it was the snake seeking a bit of cool air. So we chase the snake out. The thing falls off our deck, and there it goes sailing into the bushes. And we go on with our day. Great. Then, a bit later, my brother-in-law goes to the bathroom, and he's like, hey, the snake's back. And when the snake got in through the back door and it got into our washing basket and it was chilling there, getting into a closet. So we had to get the snake out of the closet. And it was, of course, a spitting cobra, which is a beautiful snake to deal with because they can blind you without even biting you. Come on, I'm running out of time and all I need to do is open up this area. So let's move closer to where this thing is and see if... So that time we grab like a air rifle, one of those that works with gas, and my wife starts shooting the snake, and we're not sure if it injured the snake or anything because there's no blood to say that it injured the snake, but it managed to get the snake to get out and it hasn't been back since, I hope. I haven't seen it since, we haven't noticed it since, and hopefully the chickens and ducks managed to get rid of it, in the sense that the vibrations of them pecking and stuff usually chases away the snakes. But yeah, it was just a hot day, so it was looking for shelter. I think the snake's still fine somewhere in the bush. Let's get to the spectra. Oh, come on. And there we go. That was quite fun. Some things that I need to mention. Some changes are coming to the channel. There's going to be different borders for different episodes. I'm going to create a thing that focuses on something specific, like a specific character or a specific piece of lore, where I just speak a bit more about that character in a more light-hearted way. Not really that much skits going on there, but I think it can be a fun addition. I'd also like to do some reaction videos to announcements, just, you know, give a general opinion of what I think is coming and if it looks nice or so on. What else was there? Maybe some gaming news, I don't know. Oh, and I wanted to do some more narrative driven gameplay videos, but we'll see how that goes. So thanks for joining me. I hope you guys had a great time, and I hope you guys had a chill time. I enjoyed it. Have a good night.